Well, no, I think it would be really fun. It's like just in terms of like, and as a game design thing, it's like the goal is to break this, or feed it more.
Yeah.
And maybe there was a totally separate like Easter egg thing where it's just like if you mess around with the buttons enough, or you press a specific combination, like a separate secret compartment rolls out and another plutonium generator rolls out. Yeah. It's like, would you like to activate Nitro Boost? Or something?
Just shot straight to the moon.
Just whoosh. And then you're like, you I don't know, maybe you pick it up and you're like, there's like the cinematic moment where you stare at it for a quick second, and like it basically just did, and then you can like toss it or whatever, but like,
toss out the window.
If you go downstairs, there's like another thing opens. It's like, would you like to add or whatever?
Yes.
That would be interesting. I don't know. And then just like when you add it, because it automatically takes you up, like, and then you can see like the anime motion lines, like, like the little pointed triangles.
And it just turns into like light speed from Star Wars.
Exactly. Or something. And well, I mean, I feel like you should probably organize it such that it can only be like revealed in the very last. Like you have to like actively take measures like throughout the whole thing. Yeah. To like try and figure that out. I don't know exactly, cause like I don't know how many sections there would be, cause like because that would be like a in my mind there's like the first time I thought of this kind of idea. The idea was for you to start in this room. It's a white room. There's no indication that it's like a train.
Okay.
Right? And then you're given, like, some kind of tool with which to blast away at the walls. And, like, I don't know, some reason to do it. And as you blast away at the walls, you see outside that you're moving. And it's like, whoa, and you just continue, it's like, oh my god, I need to find out all the things, and that's like your introduction to the space. It's like, oh my god, I'm on a moving train, or something. I don't know if that would actually be like narratively like possible, but I think it would be a really cool idea to like go from, you're in this room, and there's like music playing, and then you just like, with like a filter on it, and then as you like blast out, you're like, whoa, I'm on a moving train, or whatever. Yeah. Because that would just be an interesting... Well, because imagine if, like, you had a gun with which to interact with places you can't reach, right? Let's say you're on this train and you're trying to figure out, what if there's things that you can shoot to, like, change things? Like, you know, like, out the window there's, like, a big target sign. Yeah. If you manage to shoot it, like you... Like,
change, like, the track.
Yeah, change the track. And the key would be to do it fast enough that you wouldn't really measure the change. Like, it would be just like
real quick.
Like, you know, and then you continue going straight, and you can see like the tracks going off in the other direction. I'm like, wait, what did I do?
that could, and also musically, that could change.
That could change a lot. And well, maybe
because something so drastic happening on screen, you could possibly do a drastic change real quick in music as well. Yeah. There.
Well, what would also be interesting is like, what if one of the solutions is not just to axe the plutonium, but to like do enough changes and do like enough friction, or I don't know, like so that like eventually you get back onto the same track, but you're like slow or something because of all the things that you did. I don't know. I guess I feel like maybe one of the I don't know. It'd be a little weird to like eventually take you back to the same place. It's like, man.
You could like end up next to them. They're all like screaming for their lives. It's just like
the next train whizzes past you, and you see them go in.
That'd be a very.
Or one of the options is to deconnect the carts from you, and you go faster, but then you change direction, and then they race past you in the same direction.
And you start slowing down. They're just
and
like
then then you go, and you're just going alongside them. You just look to your right, and they're just like. It's like, fuck. That would be fun.
That'd be really fun. I like that. I think that'd be kind of funny.
But yeah, I mean, so there's like the day-night shift that you could do to like change. I don't know, like, again, like a large part of this would be trying to tie both narratives and like mechanics and like puzzle solving to music. Yeah. But like, to some extent, like, we kind of have a good basic. It's like when you pull a lever, like a music change happens.
Right.
Right. But I guess then the idea would be like, so what's an actual good way to stop the train? Like, so that would just be a thing you could work through.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Any ideas?
I mean,
like, what else could you do?
I'm more thinking of music. Right now, it's music because, like, think about it. What if they just sit there and just keep doing this back and forth? What's that going to do to the music?
That would be really funny. Well, it's totally possible for them to, like, when they move it forward, it kind of slowly floats in that direction.
Uh-huh.
Like, so during the transitional period between the two types of music, you're like, you click on it, and when you move forward, it kind of just begins to float forwards.
Also takes time.
So it takes
you
a...
can't. Oh, okay, yeah.
What would be really funny is if the actual, like, you went from futuristic Night Machine to, like, old-timey, like, banjo music.
When you go to, like, when you go to the
day.
Yeah.
Or the desert scene.
Yeah, because you were talking about scenes, so you could change, if you hit a lever in place, it could change which song it is at which place. Yeah. So it can't be like, here's song A, here's song B. It could be like, here's song A, new place, song A is replaced with a new song.
Well, it's like, you could have a day and a night. I mean, what would be really funny is if the train, like, hit some kind of magical barrier that automatically made you go, like, back in time. Like, maybe, like, story-wise, you could somehow fit that in, where every time you go past a section, it, like, changes completely the genre of the music. But you're still on a runaway train, right? But you have... That would be a great way to change your tool set. So the lever is always there. Like, you always have the day-night thing.
We're not talking about the shooting the targets. What if you shoot target and change track? It takes you to a new place, and that's the transition phase.
That's the transition.
Because, like, you do a fill there and fill into something completely new.
Do you know Pegboard Nerds did a song called Swamp Thing? It was like, it was like an EDM track, but they used a banjo. And they just, like, they made it really hype. So that would be really funny. So, like, a change in instrumentation when you get into the Wild West, like, like with like a drum and bass thing with a banjo on top.
Yeah.
That would be really funny. I think that,
So, yeah, like we were saying, like, if you change track, it could change where you're going. It could change the musical idea. And if it all happens at once, it might seem abrupt to think about, but, like, since a huge change happening in front of you, it could change everything that's around you. You wouldn't notice it because something in front of you is happening. So you might not notice the change too much, but then you're like, oh, wait, there's something new here, you know, when you go to each new place. Or am I being completely crazy with what I'm saying?
So, say that again? I'm sorry, I kind of spaced out.
Yeah, so especially if it's, like, changing direction and it changes to a new place. Because in film, like, if something big happens on screen, you can always something musically behind it, and they won't notice it until, like, the second after, because they're processing this, and then, oh, hey, there's something new here, too.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, so whether it's drastic or not, they might not realize music first, they might realize the visual first, and then realize, oh, they changed music.
Right.
So that could be like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but, like, I guess it would be really interesting to, like, have, I don't know, like, I really like the idea of, like, shooting the thing.
Yeah,
I like the idea of changing and then just changing tracks to totally separate.
I'm excited for the banjo reunion.
Right, yeah, right. No, I think it would be also really interesting, though, to, like, have you come back for some odd reason.
To the original
track.
Oh, yeah,
so
no, like, definitely, yeah.
You have the option, like in each kind of, like, that would just be one cool thing. It's like one part of the music video game that's, like, if you know it's there, you're like, oh, I gotta shoot the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm gonna go do the banjo remix, let's go! And that's like, I mean, it doesn't actually change, it doesn't even, like, affect the plot at any point. Maybe there's still a way to find an axe. You know, maybe there's still a way, there's still tools to find a way to slow the train down. Will be really interesting if it's just, I mean, I don't want it to, like, just totally change the full plot, because then you get into, like, branching stories and, like, all these different endings. It's like, nah, I'd rather there be two. I'm a simple game designer. I'm a musician, in fact. I'm not even a game designer. But it would be really cool. It's like, you could, and then it, like, snaps you back at some point into, like, somehow you're going in a straight line, but for some reason the railroad curves back to meet you, and you go, and you go back into the same.
Yeah.
and the announcer goes like, wait, we're in the same predicament again.
Yeah.